Let's call the Almont Community Schools Board of Education meeting to order on Monday, May 19th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Bruno, will you do roll call, please?
Absolutely. Mr. Eckert.
Here.
Mr. Burrow. Here. Mr. Wade. Here. Ms. Rotarius.
Here.
Mr. Burns. Absent. Ms. Fredersen.
Here.
Mrs. Smith.
Here.
We have 6 present, 1 absent.
Thank you. Adoption of the agenda. Mrs. Van Heltmeyer, any additional?
No.
Any deletion?
No. All set.
Communications.
It is my pleasure to introduce our valedictorians. And I'd like to start with Miss Jenna Klein. If you could please stand. So this year, we have co-valedictorians and no salutatorian. So I'm going to start with Jenna Klein's bio. Jenna Klein is the daughter of Ryan and Chris Klein from Almont Township. Jenna is the co-valedictorian for the Almont High School class of 2025, graduating with a GPA of 4.26. Along with being named co-valedictorian, she has received many accolades from the College Board through the Rural and Small Town Community Recognition Program, along with recognition for her SAT score and her AP exam scores in 5 different classes. Jenna was also selected for the BWAC Academic All-Conference Team and received the WXYZ Channel 7 TV's Brightest and Best Award and the Society of Women's Engineers Certificate of Merit in Science and Mathematics Award. In addition to her academic successes, she has been a varsity cross-country runner for 4 years, a JV basketball player for 2 years, a varsity basketball player for 2 years, a varsity softball player for 1 year, and a varsity track and field athlete for 4 years. She has been a team captain for cross-country and track for the past 2 years. She has participated in track state finals competition for the 4x800 relay, and her track team was named regional champions for the past 2 years. Jenna has also participated as a member of the Almont marching and concert bands for all 4 years in high school, where she plays the trumpet, and was the marching band drum major for the past 2 years. As a 2-year member of the National Honor Society, Jenna filled the position of president her senior year, coached kids clinics for cross country and basketball, and organized 2 Red Cross blood drives. The most influential people in her life are her family, close friends, teachers, and coaches. For her academic achievements, Jenna has received 3 4-County Community Foundation scholarships, the Albert Himes and Jean Curry Stanwood Memorial Scholarship, the Kerner Family Foundation Scholarship, and the Knights of Columbus 7018 College Scholarship, and 2 Lapeer County Community Foundation Scholarships, the Scheidegger Engineering Scholarship and the Russell W. Ligon Memorial Engineering Scholarship. She also received the Almont Athletic Booster Scholarship and the Evan and Robbie Vitani Balance Scholarship. Next fall, Jenna plans to attend Wayne State University and major in biomedical engineering. Congratulations to Ms. Jenna Klein. Jenna, thank you so much for being here. We're very, very proud of you.
Congratulations.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Congratulations.
Is Savannah here? Should we get in? Okay. The next one, our other valedictorian, Savannah Seward. Savannah Seward is the daughter of Fred and Jessica Seward and resides in Almont Township. Throughout high school, she has participated in track and field 2 years, cross country 4 years, National Honor Society 2 years, chess club 2 years, vice president, and Our Rescue. As a student in Lapeer Education Technology Center Public Safety Program, Savannah has won regional and state championships in Skills USA for criminal justice and Health Occupation Students of America for emergency medical technicians. She's actively in EMT school through Lapeer County EMS and hoping to have her license by the end of the summer. Savannah volunteers with the Food Bank of Eastern Michigan Pop-Up Pantries and works as a caregiver for special needs children. She has taken multiple AP and honor classes, being awarded the National Rural and Small Town Recognition Award and AP Scholars Award by College Board. She has also been awarded the BWAC All-Academic Athlete Award for cross country, was selected for the BWAC Academic All-Conference Team, has a current GPA of 4.26, and is the class of 2025 co-valedictorian. The most influential people in her life have been her family members, Mr. James and Mrs. Campbell of Almont High School, and Mr. Matthew Rule of Lapeer Ed Tech. For her academic achievements, Savannah has received 3 four-county community foundation scholarships: the Hilda M. Hill Memorial Scholarship, the Albert Himes and Jean Curry Stanwood Memorial Scholarship, and the Ruth M. and Mary Margaret Farley Scholarship. She also received the Lapeer County Community Foundation Ross P. Brasamy Education Scholarship, and Savannah will be attending Saginaw Valley State University in the fall as a President's Scholar, majoring in criminal justice with a minor in Spanish. Congratulations, Savannah, and family out there if you're watching. Okay, next, our student council update. And this is the last time for Miss Hannah, so thank you so much, Hannah. It's been a pleasure having you at these meetings. You've been awesome, thank you. So we're looking forward to your last update.
On May 10th, prom was hosted at Solid Students Golf Course, and prom had a rusty theme. It was a great turnout for prom. Everybody was looking great. The lowest was Dryden, with a much smaller turnout than prom. Seniors' last day is this Wednesday, and their last day for Ed Tech will be tomorrow. Link's Breakers Challenge, middle school core club, and senior spice girls from the middle school went bowling last week to celebrate the end of the year together. Awards were also given out last Wednesday, with a great turnout and many scholarships awarded to a number of students. That is all I have for your notes.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you.
Again,
Thank you.
good luck to
Congratulations.
you,
Good
Hannah.
luck.
Congratulations.
Yes.
This will bring us to our first questions and comments from the audience. This is for anything that is pertaining to the agenda. If you'd like to be recognized, please come up front, state your name, and you would have 3 minutes to say what's on your mind. Anybody like to be addressed at this time? There is another opportunity at the end of the meeting. This is for anything that's pertaining to the agenda.
Can I ask a question about it?
Can you
Ask a question about it?
about pertaining to the agenda?
Yeah.
Sure.
Mr. Bruno had told the Raider reps to come and present about Raider reps at OP tonight, but I don't see it anywhere on here. And he was like, "Yep, I can have you do that."
Maybe we
do
could
it."
add you then to the communications at this
Sure.
time. Can we go back or as a continuation? We did not know, so
Yeah.
we're not sure that was, okay.
Okay.
And we would like to recognize you at this time. Thank
Is
you
it-
for bringing
okay.
that to our attention. So sorry.
Okay. You start. You guys ready?
The Raider Reps Orchard Primary is our student council that we have, the version of student council at Orchard Primary. So this year we have 11 student council members, all from 3rd grade. The Raider Reps are selected from each classroom based on how that specific teacher wants to do it. Some teacher has them write speeches and do campaigns. Some of them will go and just kind of do informal interviews with the kids and decide who they want to have. Some of them, the teachers will do the final voting, and some classrooms, it's the students that are voting within their classroom on who they want to represent them. So we have 4 of our representatives here tonight. Every year we do a community service project, we do a school project, and then we try to do a fundraising project and then something fun to do. Along with all of our big projects that we have, they are in charge of planning the different spirit days and spirit weeks that we have throughout the year. One of the very first things they do at our very first meeting is get to stand up in front of people and learn how to talk in front of an audience. Well, it's helping you talk. Because their job is to go into all of the other classrooms for the 2nd grade, the 1st grade, the kindergarten, young 5, to explain what is going on each month and to talk about this is what the Spirit Week is, this is what we are going to be doing to try to get some enthusiasm going with our younger kids. So every year they get to kind of pick different projects that they wanna do, except for our community service. Our community service, we have a really good relationship with, the Church of Town, and we do our annual food drive in the fall every single year. So this year, they raised just under 1,000 items that we were able to donate, and then it's their job to stay after school and help load it all up with everybody. And that's their that's kind of their kickoff thing to becoming a Raider rep. After that, then they have a little bit more, autonomy on what they wanna do throughout the year. So they can decide on what spirit days they wanna have, when they wanna have them. I give them a little bit of guidance on some of them, so for December, instead of doing like a spirit week, we typically do like all the Fridays. And then, because our school is not the big school, that we don't really have spirit weeks that go along with homecoming or with snowcoming? With snowcoming. So they have one that's kind of just in the middle of the year in February, just to kind of break up February. This is Raider Rep's first Spirit Week where we did not have snow days for almost the entire week, so, which is surprising, because February we had a ton of snow days. That was really a fun thing. Let's see. They also took over a project that our Raider Reps purchased 2 years ago. 2 years ago, Raider Reps purchased a big recycling center to have in our hallways, and it was kind of gross, wasn't it? Because it's something that these little kids, they see it and it just kind of looks like a garbage can. So they were in charge of going through and replacing it every couple of weeks, because especially the placement that we have it, which was supposed to be more of a central location, we were ending up with a lot of breakfast trash just getting thrown in. So it was a lot of going through, digging it out, but the very first time, it was rough. We just went through it, it's not really bad. It was really rough, we get maintenance, everything about. Okay, we have been planning different school events. One of our big school events that we had this year was something that they started, so they kind of planned something they want to do a little bit before, like a parents' night out, a kids' night out, and it just evolved from a little bit before Christmas to everybody's really busy then, to January, and then all of our snow days, and it turned into doing a really fun game night, and then specifically doing bingo. So with the funds that we'd raised the year before, we were able to kind of offset a lot of the costs, so we only had to charge each person playing $5, but we gave out 30 big prizes. We bought everything that we needed for bingo, the daubers, extra markers and everything. We had the entire cafeteria packed. We had to bring in some extra tables and some standing around on the sides. But it was an event that hopefully my next group next year will want to continue on. Did you have fun? Mm-hmm. Yes. That is one of the things where they actually were very, very responsible and were very hands-on with, because they were up there with the microphone, which can be very scary, but calling off the numbers and then checking the different cards and making sure everybody actually had a bingo to get it. And then just really helping some of the smaller kids coming up, getting their prizes and everything. So I think we spent just over $700 buying the different prizes, because we wanted big prizes for them, like to have. Let's see. Oh, we also have our Teacher Appreciation Week that we just did, which is kind of our blend of a Spirit Week and Teacher Appreciation Week, where it gives kid-friendly ideas of ways that they can show their appreciation. So whether it is telling a joke, or drawing a picture, or wearing a teacher's favorite color, or dressing up like a teacher. So it's kind of blending them both together, but it's really getting the smaller kids to think about what appreciation means, instead of just, here's a gift that my mom gave me and now I have to give it to you and I don't really know why I'm doing it, type of thing. Which is appreciated, but, you know, the jokes are good too. Let's see. We have our Lucky Gram sale, so that is what actually gets to fund all of the super fun things that we do each year. So they sell Lucky Grams for $1 a piece, and they are in charge of going through every single one. So this year we sold over 1,000. It's about 1,200 is how many they sold. So that is them taping chocolate to every single one, sorting them, organizing them, making sure everybody's names are on them, and then they get to deliver them to all of the teachers to then deliver out to all of the kids in the class. And then we had enough that we were able to stick extra ones in every teacher's basket just to make sure every single kid got a Lucky Graham from somebody somehow. Good. Is there anything you want to say?
I want to tell you guys that I love this job and it's really fun to make plans for the next third graders to look up to.
What was your favorite thing, Luca?
My favorite activity that we did was probably bingo night because every grader rep had something to do. We had a whole snack bar where someone runs it. And then we had people, like, when the next bingo card came, they had like a trash can and they like picked everyone's trash up. Like,
They're old friends. Yeah. Anything else? Did you guys have any questions?
You guys did great.
There's a
Thank
lot
you
of
for doing that all
stuff.
year.
I was there for bingo night. It was amazing,
Yeah.
so.
Job well done.
You guys sound very busy and very productive, and thank you for all your efforts. It's awesome. There's a lot of amazing projects that you've taken on. Thank you very much. Yeah, you can do a picture.
You guys
Can we get a picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before they change schools.
That's right, they're moving on, right?
That's going to be like, thank you, Madam President.
Job well done.
You wanna go behind up there? I guess you're going this way.
And you can take a picture up here.
Of us.
There you go.
All right, so ready? All right.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
guys.
Did you get one? It's okay, all right.
There we go.
Great work.
Nice
Thank
job,
you, Rita
kids.
Reps.
Good
Thank
luck
you
in
so
fourth
much.
grade.
You guys were a pleasant surprise tonight, so thank you for being here. Thank you, Mrs. Cobb. Thank you, parents, for taking,
Alright, so now I'll just go back to questions and comments from the audience, pertaining to the agenda, if anybody would like to be recognized. There's another opportunity later. Consent agenda.
Mrs. Smith,
Mr. Burrow.
I move that the Board of Education approve the consent agenda. A, approval of the minutes from the regular meeting, April 28th, 2025. B, approval of the minutes from the special meeting, May 12th, 2025. C, approval of the minutes from the work session, May 13th, 2025.
Support. Motion and support. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Mrs. Smith.
Mr. Wade.
I move the Board of Education approve the bills payable and acknowledge the receipt of the financial reports as proposed by administration and reviewed by the Finance Committee as follows. April 18th, 2025 through May 19th, 2025. Disbursements. General fund total, $157,126.07. School lunch fund, $281.36. Student activity fund, $27,090.75. 2014 sinking fund, $98,000.00. Subtotal, $282,498.18. ACH wire transactions, payroll, April 30th, $960,444.30. Edu staff, $6,822.02. Health equity, HSA, $12,672.70. Credit card, BMO, $15,441.98. Health insurance, $121,276.76. 2013 refunding bonds, $452,371.28. 2016 refunding bonds, $969,300.00. 2021 Series B refunding bonds, $80,700.00. State aid note payments, May, $300,000.00. QZAB Energy, $102,245.00. Arbor Pay, $0.00. Procure fees, $212.73. Total funds spent, $3,303,984.95. Check numbers and voided checks as listed below.
Support.
Motion and support, any discussion?
Mrs. Smith.
Mr. Wade?
As I had not had a chance to see the update, can we just please verify the 2013 refunding and 2016 refunding? That is a payment we're making now. Just to verify, it's a little
The
larger.
amounts?
The amounts, it's larger than we've done in the past, and maybe the last bit of it, but I wanna make sure since it wasn't on the one we had sent up. Or had seen.
Okay.
Just verify the amounts for us.
Yep. I
Yeah,
think-
how that would, I wanna make sure that they're correct, because I'm just seeing this.
I agree. We could have done that if we got the,
Right.
so if you want to make amendment to table it?
Or ask.
I don't know.
Yeah. Verify.
Yeah, I can verify.
Is that something that can be done right now?
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yep.
Do you want to see the debt schedule?
Whatever, take to verify.
Can we come back to that, or you want to just keep?
Well, how long will it take you, Kathy? Are you looking
Give you
right now?
some time.
I'm sorry?
Are you looking right now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we'll wait for you.
Okay. So I can drop a copy in your drive, is that the best way? Is that good? Let's see. I'll let you know when it's there, okay? Okay, I dropped them into your May 2025 file under 5/19/25 regular meeting. It is the debt schedule. And in column C, row 14 for May 1st, it shows all the principal and interest payments made, and then each column will show each individual bond. That's principal and interest.
am I to look at?
Column C, row 14 on the bonds fiscal year 26 tab.
Yep.
I have statements from all those too, but I thought that was the quickest thing to show you guys.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Karen.
Sure.
Any other discussion, Mr. Wade? Any other discussion? Motion and support? All in favor?
Aye.
I forgot the all in favor, I said it in my head, sorry. Any opposed? Motion carries. Please make sure you take time to acknowledge our Orchard Primary, Middle School, High School, and Athletic Student Activity Account reports as we're in the drive. We'll go on to music. Okay.
Start with the building reports, starting with Orchard Primary. So third graders, shout out for third graders, did a great job on their first ever MSTEP. Also, students have been doing a wonderful job on NWA and their end of the year testing. A huge thank you to our wonderful PTA team for all their support during Staff Appreciation Week. Very grateful for all the support and generosity. Also, Color Run was a huge success on Friday. I got a couple text messages to indicate that as well, so I'm happy to hear that. Tons of families out having a great time running. Also a thank you to Officer Retzler, Ms. Schlund, and Mr. Allen for getting pied by the highest fundraisers in each grade. Also there's some field trips coming up, first graders to the Detroit Zoo and third graders to Lansing. So hoping, Mr. Bruno says, hoping everyone has a great rest of the school year from everybody at OP. Moving on to middle school, per Ms. Lewis, MSTEP testing is complete. They've moved into the NWA MAP growth testing for reading and math. They too are proud of the students for working hard and all of their perseverance through the testing season. They have a lot of exciting field trips coming up as well. The GSRP preschool students will enjoy a day at Walcott Mill Farm. Fifth graders will be heading to Imagine Theater for a movie celebration. Seventh graders to Urban Air, and fourth graders will spend a fun-filled day at Camp Skyline. So a lot of good things coming up. The fifth and...
Can I interrupt for 1 second? Does anyone in here have a key to bring the basketball nets up?
Because we were sitting behind them with the
There's a band concert and they're like right down
We
in front
need
of
them up. We
everybody.
need to put them up.
The custodians don't have a key.
I do not.
No one? I'm sorry. Okay.
No, it's
Okay.
okay.
All right, thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, Ms. Smith.
No, that's okay. I'm trying to think how I can help. Just give me a second.
Do you want me to text Jason?
Yeah, would you mind, let me see if I can go, do you mind if I just step out real quick? How if I do that? How if I step out and try to assist, okay? Thank you. I feel like they're an alert here. Thank you.
Yes, yeah.
Alright,
We'll find out live.
okay, so we're going to, this is Lewis and Orr for the middle school. MSTEP testing is complete at the AMS. We have moved into our NWEA MAP growth testing for reading and math. We're so proud of our students for their hard work and perseverance throughout this testing season. We have many exciting field trips planned in upcoming weeks. Our GSRP preschool students will enjoy a day at Wolcott Mill Farm. Our fifth graders will head to Imagine Theater for a movie celebration. Seventh graders will head to Urban Air. And fourth graders will spend a fun-filled day at Camp Skyline. Our fifth and seventh grade students will perform in our spring choir concert this Wednesday, May 21st at 7 p.m. Our band students will perform in the spring concert on Thursday, May 29th at 7 p.m. And we will hold talent show tryouts on May 27th in preparation for the big show on June 5th. Current third grade students will visit our fourth grade classrooms for Step and Up Day on Friday, May 23rd. And our current third grade parents are invited to attend our Steppin' Up Night on Tuesday, May 27th at 6 p.m. End of year events are quickly approaching with our final rock raffle on Tuesday, May 27th, Awards Day on Thursday, May 29th, our staff first student games on Friday, May 30th, and field day on Wednesday, June 4th. Our parent volunteers will also be hosting a 7th grade celebration on Friday, June 6th. A lot going on for the middle school there. Okay, at the high school from Mr. Spears. Prom was a massive success this school year. On Saturday, May 10th, Almont High juniors and seniors got together at Solitude Links for a night of fun and festivities. Students had a great time enjoying meals and mingling with a touch of rustic theme. Led by teacher Miss Holly Keller, the AHS staff and volunteers, including Officer Retzler and his wife, Mr. Zimmerman and his fiancée, and Principal Spear, ran a smooth and issue-free evening well into the night and all the way up until the event closed out. Congratulations to our prom king, William Casper, and prom queen, Lauren Webster. One more report from the realm of class of 2025. The Senior Award Night on May 14th. This event was a massive success for our highest achieving seniors, who were recognized not only by AHS, but also by various organizations and people in the community, who saw fit to award our graduating class and a few alumni even with over $250,000 in scholarships. Congratulations to our seniors and thank you to Ms. Berkland for organizing this event. Finally, in the realm of class of 2025, May 21st is the senior class last full day of school. I'd like to just acknowledge the incredible effort our seniors have put in these past 4 years to finish strong. And I know we all wish them the best of luck as their journey takes them beyond our halls. Best of luck. Almont Theater Company's production of You Can't Take It With You debuted on May 2nd to rave reviews. Miss Myers and her production company, which includes steadfast volunteers, collaborators such as Miss Glassford, and many other students, staff, families participating, made magic on the stage once more as audiences laughed, cheered, and sat at the edges of their seats. Almont Theater Company breathed new life into this classic play about family, the pursuit of happiness, and even some light civil disobedience. We congratulate Almont Theater Company on their continued success and excitedly look forward to their next production in 2026. AHS hallways were jam-packed on Friday, May 2nd, as students, staff, and families from all across ACS gathered to see the K-12 art show, hosted by Miss Wright, Miss Smith, and Miss Tenshaw. Works from all students across all buildings were displayed proudly for folks to admire. Mr. Spear personally attended the show and saw firsthand the joy and excitement from students and their families as they saw artwork from children of all ages arranged throughout the building, including paintings, drawings, sculptures, photographs, and more. Congratulations to the art departments of each ACS building, as they've created an amazing space to recognize student art achievement. Now, busy times in our hallway.
Mrs. Vaughn, were they able to take care of it?
It's in progress. There's limited keys for the basketball net.
Ms. Fred, if you could read the finance motion, I'm gonna go check my keys. I think they took my key back, but I will check my.
Thank
in
you.
my car.
It's just like one side of the bleachers can't see. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Wade.
Okay, we got through that, and we're on finance.
And you did, I'm sorry, you did superintendent's report too?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, we did that.
Oh.
No, I got through all of it.
And mine as well?
No, I just got through that.
Okay, do this, okay.
You need to know that there.
No, that's okay, no. Let's hit the reset button, shall we? Okay, excellent. No, I just wanted to share out a little bit, if I could. I'm pleased to share that Star Trek Enterprises has officially begun work on the much anticipated track project. If weather conditions remain favorable, the project is expected to be completed by the end of June. This upgrade is another important step in enhancing our facilities for student athletes in the broader school community. So we're very excited about that, and we're going to be posting pictures along the way for the track project as it's near its completion. We're also looking forward to celebrating the accomplishments of class of 2025 at the year's graduation ceremony, which is scheduled to take place on Sunday, June 1st at 5 p.m. Out on the high school football field. And of course, if we experience inclement weather, we're going to utilize the high school gymnasium as the plan B. This past month marked Teacher and Staff Appreciation Week, and I wanted to take a moment to sincerely thank all of our ACS staff for their ongoing commitment, dedication, and positive impact on our students and school community. Their efforts every day make a lasting difference, and I'm incredibly grateful for their service. Lastly, I just want to share a new initiative coming soon, as I mentioned in my parent letter, hoping everyone received it out there, that was sent out this past Friday. I'm excited to launch Rate a Review. It's going to be a digital platform that will help our district promote great work happening across Almont Community Schools. You'll hear about student achievement, staff excellence, and community involvement that make our district such a special place. So thank you for your encouragement and your patience as I work with my team to kick this off within the next 2 weeks. Yeah, so now we'll move on to finance, our food service contract. The Board of Education approves all contracts which require a competitive bidding process. Policy 6320 purchasing and state statute requires a competitive bidding process for food management services every 5 years. We began this process earlier this year. A RFP for school food management was advertised. A joint mandatory pre-bid meeting for interested companies to review the district facilities of Almont Community Schools and Marlette Community Schools was held on April 10, 2025. Those in attendance were Chartwell's, our current company, SFE, Southwest Food Service Excellence, and Variety Food Services. Bids were due on May 5th, 2025. 3 bids were received from all 3 food service management companies. The evaluation committee met on May 7, 2025 to perform the MDE approved bid point calculation and evaluation criteria matrix and concluded that Chartwell's had won the position of top bidder. Marlette's evaluation committee had also concluded that Chartwell's had won the position of top bidder. The recommendation and required documents have been sent to MDE for their approval as the next step in the process prior to the approval of the board. Upon approval of MDE, it is the recommendation of the administration excuse me, to award a contract for management of our food service operations to Chartwell's.
Mrs. Smith,
Mrs. Brown?
I move that the Board of Education award the contract for food service to Chartwell's from July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026, with up to 4 one-year renewals as presented. A copy of the contract to be marked and attached to the official minutes of this meeting.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
On to policy, resignations and retirements. The Board of Education may agree to a resignation, retirement at any time after replacement, if necessary, suitable to the school administration, and the board is obtained, provided that the circumstances underlying the resignation or retirement are valid in the opinion of the board and warrant a search for replacement. After 24 years, Mrs. Mary Love is retiring. Mrs. Love has taught various grade levels and special classes throughout her career, with her most recent job focusing on running the Almont High School Media Center and mentoring the online and dual enrollment students. Mrs. Love is looking forward to spending time with her family. Mrs. Suzanne Herzog is retiring at the end of this year. Mrs. Herzog has been a teacher with the district for 23 years at the elementary level. Mrs. Herzog is looking forward to moving on to the next chapter of her life and enjoying retirement. Mrs. Leah Fecto is resigning from her position as recess aide at Orchard Primary to accept a position outside of the district. Discussed and recommended by committee 2-0.
Mrs. Smith?
Ms. Vulgarian?
I move the Board of Education accept the retirements of Mary Love and Suzanne Herzog and the resignation of Leah Fechtel and wish them the best in their future endeavors.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Moving on to new hires. The Board of Education approves all personnel. With the retirement of Joyce Berkland, the high school is in need of a new secretary to the principal. Mr. Spear is excited to recommend Suzanne Brown. Mrs. Brown comes to us with many years of office experience. Mrs. Brown also had 2 students currently attending AHS and was involved with the athletic boosters. Almont Middle School has an opening for a special education paraprofessional. Ms. Lewis is happy to recommend Ms. Katie Van Beveren for the role. Mr. Bruno is excited to recommend Mrs. Stephanie Howie as the new Director of Student Success at Orchard Primary. Mrs. Howie comes to us with a wealth of experience in education, including experience as a teacher, principal, and reading specialist. Discussed and recommended by committee 2-0.
Mrs. Smith?
Mrs. Rotarian?
I move the Board of Education approve Susan Brown, Katie Van Beveren, and Stephanie Howie and welcome them to the district.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Moving on to acknowledgement of graduating seniors. The Board of Education has traditionally approved, acknowledged the list of seniors scheduled to graduate each school year. The high school has provided a list of senior class students eligible to graduate in June. Each of the students has successfully completed graduation requirements as outlined, or will complete the requirements by the conclusion of the school year and is entitled to receive a diploma unless otherwise noted. Discussed and recommended by the board 2-0.
Mrs. Smith?
Mrs. Rotarian?
I move the Board of Education acknowledge the attached list of seniors eligible to graduate this school year and congratulate them on their accomplishments.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Moving on to the ISD General Fund Budget. The revised school code requires the board to adopt a resolution expressing its support of or disapproval of the proposed ISD budget submitted by the intermediate school district. The Lapeer County ISD has proposed its operating budget for the 2025-2026 school year. As required by law, the budget was submitted to the local constituent districts prior to May 1st for review. The Almont Board of Education has reviewed the budget. Section 380.624 of the revised school code requires each constituent school district's Board of Education to publicly adopt a resolution expressing its support of the ISD budget or expressing its disapproval of the budget prior to June 1st. Should the board disapprove of the proposed budget, it must submit to the ISD board its specific objections and proposed changes. The attached document outlines the proposed changes as well as known and unknown factors. The committee is recommending the resolution assures the board compliance with the law. Information is in the drive.
Whereas this board received the ISD General Fund operating budget on or before May 1st, 2025, and whereas in accordance with section 380.624 of the revised school code, this board must now adopt a resolution expressing its support or disapproval of the proposed ISD budget and must submit to the ISD board any specific objections and proposed changes the board may have to the budget prior to June 1st, 2025. Therefore, be it resolved that the ISD General Fund operating budget for the 2025-2026 school year be, please check 1, check supported, that the Secretary of the Board is hereby directed to submit a copy of this resolution to the Secretary of the ISD Board of Education, along with any specific objections or proposed changes to the budget. Motion declared adopted. Do I have to do a roll call vote right here? Okay. I need to do a roll call vote? Okay. Ms. Rotarius?
Aye.
Mr. Wade?
Aye.
Mr. Eckert?
Aye.
Ms. Fred?
Aye.
Mr. Burrow? Aye. Ms. Smith?
Aye.
We have a 6-0 vote. Motion declared adopted.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
On to the ISD biennial election. The Board of Education is required to designate a representative to participate in the intermediate school district's biennial election and to identify the intermediate school board candidates it supports by resolution. Public Act 419 of 2004. The biennial election of the Lapeer County Intermediate School District will be held on Monday, June 2nd, 2025 at 7 p.m. The members of the ISD board will be elected by an electoral body composed of one person designated by the board of each of the constituent school districts. In accordance with section 6142 of the revised school code, the board must adopt a resolution which designates its representative to the electoral body and direct the person to vote on behalf of the board for specific candidates the board chooses to support for each position to be filled on the ISD board. The representative is obligated to vote as directed on at least the first ballot taken by the electoral body. The revised code also provides that the board consider the resolution designating its representative to the electoral body at a prior public meeting before adopting it. The board is fulfilling this obligation this evening. The attached biennial election resolution ensures compliance with the law.
Whereas, number one, the revised school code provides that the board members of Lapeer County Intermediate School District, Michigan, the ISD, be elected biannually on the first Monday in June by an electoral body composed of one person designated by the board of each constituent school district. And two, the revised school code further provides that this board shall consider the resolution of designating its representative on the electoral body at not less than one public meeting before adopting the designating resolution. And three, this board now determines it necessary and desirable to establish the first public meeting at which this board will consider the proposed resolution designating the district's representative on the electoral body. Now therefore be it resolved that at the public meeting of this board to be held on the 19th day of May 2025 at 6:30 in the PM to be held at the Media Center, this board will consider a resolution to appoint Susan Frederickson as the designated representative of this district for the electoral body of the ISD biennial election to be held June 2nd, 2025, and Adam Eckert as an alternate in the event that the designated representative is unable to attend. All resolutions and parts of resolutions insofar as they conflict with the provisions of this resolution be, and the same are hereby rescinded. Mr. Wade.
Aye.
Mr. Burrow, aye. Mr. Eckert.
Aye.
Ms. Rotarius.
Aye.
Ms. Frederickson.
Aye.
Ms. Smith.
Aye.
We have a 6-0 vote.
Thank you, Mr. Burrow.
Motion declared adopted, or resolution declared adopted. And I have to read the second one as well. All right. Whereas, one, the biennial election of the Board of Lapeer County Intermediate School District, Michigan, the ISD Board, will be held on Monday, June 2nd, 2025, and two, the members of the ISD Board will be elected by an electoral body composed of one person designated by the board of each constituent school district, and three, in accordance with section 6142 of the revised school code, MCL 380.6142, this board desires to designate Susan Frederickson as this district's proposed representative and Adam Eckert as an alternate designated representative in the event the designated representative is unable to attend, and further desires to direct said representative and alternate to vote on behalf of this board for the specific candidate or candidates. Now therefore be it resolved that, one, this board does hereby approve the designation of Susan Frederickson as the representative of this board for the electoral body, which body will elect two candidates to the vacancy on the ISD board on Monday, June 2nd, 2025, and Adam Eckert as an alternate in event the designated representative is unable to attend. The designated representative and alternate are further directed to cast a vote, at least on the first ballot, on behalf of this board for Mr. Lawrence Zapuski and Dr. Lisa Novak. Number three, the secretary of this board is hereby further directed to file a certified copy of this resolution with the ISD board secretary. All resolutions and parts of resolutions insofar as they conflict with the provisions of this resolution be and the same are hereby rescinded. Roll call vote. Ms. Frederickson?
Aye.
Mr. Wade?
Aye.
Mr. Burrow? Aye. Ms. Rotarius?
Aye.
Mr. Eckert?
Aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
We have a 6-0 vote. And resolution declared adopted.
Thank you, Mr. Burrow.
Moving on to Neola policy updates. The board adopts bylaws and policies for organization and operation of the board and district. Bylaws and policies may be adopted, amended, and repealed at any meeting of the board, provided the proposed adoption, amendment, or repeal shall have been proposed at a previous board meeting and once proposed, shall have remained on the agenda of each succeeding board meeting until approved or rejected. Bylaw 0131.1. The district's policy service, Neola, has provided the following policy recommendation. This is the second read. Per communication from Neola, based on the court decisions challenging the 2024 Title IX regulations that have been discussed over the past 6 months and the current Department of Education's position on the matter, districts are advised to rescind policy 2264, non-discrimination on the basis of sex in education programs or activities to avoid confusion or to avoid adverse treatment by the Department of Education. The board is also considering the following policies. This is the fifth read of the following. Policy 2340, field and other district-sponsored trips, revised. Policy 5460, graduation requirements, revised. Policy 8320, personnel files, revised. Policy 8500, food services, revised. Recommended by committee 2-0.
Mrs. Smith?
Mrs. Rotarian.
I move the Board of Education move to rescind policy 2264 in accordance with federal law and move to approve policies 2340, 5460, 8320, and 8500.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Moving on to board operating procedures. The Board of Education shall adopt bylaws and policies for the organization and operation of this board in the district and shall be bound to follow such bylaws and policies. Policy 0131.1. The board president is proposing the following items be added to the board operating procedures. Upon approval, a copy of the revised board operating procedures will be posted on the district website and distributed to the Board of Education. Recommended additions to the board operating procedures: fall walkthrough of the exterior and interior campus with the maintenance director, spring walkthrough of the high school, middle school, and Orchard Primary with the building principals, students, and staff, an annual meeting in January to determine Board of Education goals and vision for the upcoming year. Recommended by committee 2-0.
Mrs. Smith?
Mrs. Rotarian.
I move the Board of Education approve the updates to the board operating procedures.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Moving on to curriculum, summer school. Policy 2440 states, in part, the board shall annually approve a summer school program with funding from the 31A grant. Almont Community Schools is able to offer summer school to grades K through 8 this summer. The summer program will run from July 14th to August 7th. Recommended by committee 2-0.
Mrs. Smith?
Ms. Fred.
I move the Board of Education approve the recommendation to run a summer school program using 31A grant funding.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Moving on to course approvals. No course of study shall be taught in the schools unless it has been adopted by the board. Policy 2220. Almont Middle School would like to add 2 courses and Almont High School would like to add 1 course. Almont Middle School would like to add Life and Leadership Skills and Technology 4. Almont High School would like to add Piano Music Theory Composition. The course information has been provided. Discussed and recommended by committee 2-0.
Mrs. Smith?
Ms. Fred.
I move that the Board of Education approves the addition of the courses Life and Leadership Skills and Technology from Almont Middle School and Piano Music Theory Composition for Almont High School.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay. This will bring us to our second opportunity for comments from the audience. If anybody would like to be recognized, we have 3 minutes to speak. Just come on up here. Anybody? Any? No. Questions and comments from our Board of Education.
Mrs. Smith?
Mrs. Rotarian.
I'd just like to take a moment to recognize Teacher Appreciation Week here in Almont Community Schools. There were a lot of helping hands that made this a success, and I think it went very smooth. There were a lot of celebrations and things that were done for the teachers. I think it was incredible.
Thank you.
Mrs. Smith?
Mr. Burrow.
I would also like to recognize the effort put in by the Mr. Zimmerman with his presentation, but also all of our student athletes and coaches. That was a phenomenal presentation to hear about all the success of the athletes that we have for Almont Community Schools. So I just want to thank everybody and congratulate all the athletes for all their accomplishments.
I'd like to thank Colin and Amanda and Ms. Bond for all the theme change tonight. I know it's very last minute, so thank you for pulling it together so fast. Very much appreciated. Any other comments? comments or questions?
I would like to thank Mrs. Moyer. She's our food service director from Chartwells, and just really excited to continue our partnership with Chartwells. And Stacy is always, again, one of the faces of the Chartwells, and just thank you for your service and all your assistance, Stacy. So we do look forward to working with you. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you. Anybody else? Any future agenda items?
Mrs. Smith?
Ms. Brad?
Ms. Vaughn, if you could check with Mr. Zimmerman and make sure that, we didn't have any winter coaches that, resigned. And if we did, especially varsity, that those are, gonna be posted and interviewed ASAP, cause I know they have the summer programs coming up. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Any other future agenda items? Okay.
Ms. Smith?
Mr. Burrow?
I move the Board of Education adjourn the May 19th, 2025 regular meeting at 7:26 PM.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion?